On July 30th, 2025, one of the most powerful earthquakes in recent history, a colossal 8.8 magnitude, tore through the seabed off Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula. The quake unleashed a devastating tsunami, sending waves across the Pacific. But this wasn't just a natural disaster. The epicenter was just over 100 kilometers from a site of immense strategic importance, the Vilyuchinsk Naval Base. This is the primary home of Russia's Pacific Fleet of nuclear ballistic missile submarines, the vessels that carry a core part of Moscow's nuclear deterrent. While the Kremlin remains silent and official channels have downplayed the impact, the raw power of this event so close to a critical nuclear asset has sparked a strategic crisis. As of now, there are no public, independent confirmations of the base's status, so how bad is the damage? And what happens when a nation's nuclear shield is tested by an overwhelming force of nature? To really grasp the weight of this situation, you have to understand why this specific base is so critical. The Rybachi submarine base, part of the wider Vilyuchinsk complex, isn't just another port, it's the heart of Russia's naval second strike capability for the entire Pacific. It's the only facility in Russia's east designed to handle the modern Borei-class nuclear submarines. These Borei-class boats are the future of Russia's sea-based deterrent. They're quieter, more advanced, and each is armed with up to 16 Bulava intercontinental ballistic missiles carrying multiple nuclear warheads. They are designed to be Russia's ace in the hole, undetectable and unstoppable. The base also hosts other powerful nuclear attack submarines like the Yasin and Akula classes. But here's the problem for Russia. It's all in one place. This vital infrastructure, the specialized piers, the missile loading facilities, the maintenance docks is all concentrated in a single location. There's no backup. Any significant damage to this single point of failure could effectively ground the Pacific nuclear submarine fleet. Here's what we know for sure. The earthquake was massive, and a tsunami did strike the Kamchatka coast. Tsunami waves, with some reports citing heights of 4 to 5 meters, slammed into the region, and civilian ports like Severokurilsk suffered clear flooding and damage. Since Vilyuchinsk is located in the same bay system, it was undoubtedly in the path of the tsunami's energy. This is where a thick fog of uncertainty descends. There are no publicly available satellite images that definitively show the condition of the naval base after the tsunami hit. Russian authorities have been completely silent, offering no details on the state of the base or the submarines docked there. That official silence is profound. We have unverified accounts from retired Russian naval officers suggesting the bases were built to be resilient, but without proof, that's just speculation. Meanwhile, the damage to civilian infrastructure nearby is obvious. Without visual confirmation, the world is left wondering, did the base's defenses hold, or is the Kremlin hiding? A strategic catastrophe. The potential strategic fallout here is immense, even with what we don't know. The main concern isn't necessarily the destruction of a submarine hull, those things are incredibly tough. The real vulnerability is the port infrastructure that supports them. If the piers were damaged, shifted, or blocked by silt and debris, submarines could be trapped in port, unable to get out to sea. On the flip side, any boats already on patrol might not be able to return for maintenance, resupply, or crew changes, drastically cutting their time on mission. Any damage to the specialized cranes and docks used for loading nuclear missiles would grind the fleet's rearmament cycle to a halt, taking submarines out of the operational rotation for months, if not longer. Even a temporary disruption is a major problem. In the high-stakes world of nuclear strategy, the mere perception of weakness can be as dangerous as the reality. The fact that a huge part of Russia's sea-based nuclear deterrent is now potentially offline, or at least its status is unknown, creates a window of perceived vulnerability. This uncertainty could reshape the strategic calculations of both adversaries and allies and undermine the credibility of Russia's deterrent in the Pacific. This situation is developing, and new information could emerge at any moment. If you want to stay on top of the geopolitical analysis and understand the military fallout from events like this, make sure to subscribe and enable notifications. We can't say for sure that Russia's Pacific submarine fleet has been crippled. There's no public evidence of a catastrophic failure. But what we can say is this: a critical node of Russia's nuclear power was hit by one of the strongest earthquakes in a century, and the Kremlin's silence on the matter is deafening. This event has brutally exposed a core vulnerability in Russia's strategic posture, placing its most vital assets in a known seismic hot zone. Whether the base is perfectly fine or facing a logistical nightmare, the illusion of an invulnerable nuclear shield has been challenged. A force of nature has shown that even the most powerful Military hardware can be threatened by forces far beyond anyone's control, revealing that what was seen as a hardened shield might just be a shield of glass.